Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Cousin Fun Day. I actually thought that it was warmer out here. I was getting ready to come out here and vlog, and I was like, you know what? I don't think that I need my mittens. Oh, mittens. My gloves. I don't think I need my gloves. I don't think I need my blanket. And then I brought my coffee out here, and I was like, oh, you guys, you know what I just did? I didn't even realize this. I didn't need my boots. Yes, I have my black socks on with Birkenstock sandals. I was like, oh, I'm not going inside to put my boots on. Listen, I'm already out here. We're just gonna stay out here. I'm covering my feet up right now, so they're all cozy. And ooh, now I kind of want to take my sandals off. I'm all cozy underneath the blanket and everything. Look at this. Okay, how are you guys doing today? But anyway, so I was getting ready to come out here and I was making my coffee. And I was like, when I was out with Caroline earlier, it didn't feel that cold until we were in the parking lot of Costco, which it always feels cold at the parking lot of Costco. It's kind of windy out there. And so I told her, I said, well, when I took the dogs out and stuff this morning, it didn't feel that cold. And she's like, it's cold. I'm like, it doesn't feel that cold. So I came back, I took the dogs out and stuff, and I was like, it's really not that bad. I was talking to my new neighbor, so I have officially met the wife next door. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. That's like the big news. I finally met her. That's the big news of the day. Anyway, I was like, it's not really that cold outside. And I knew I was going to vlog earlier today because I knew I wasn't going to film a lot. And so then I was like bringing my coffee out here and I was like, it's kind of cold. Like, I think I need my blanket. Well, good thing I did because I don't have my boots on. My boots are right by the door. So I always just like put them on when I bring the dogs outside and stuff. But I've been walking around in my sandals today. How are you guys? Are you guys having a good day? I'm having a really, really good day. I kind of went back and forth. So I made a list of all my videos that I was going to make today. And I knew that I wasn't going to be gone that late with Caroline. We agreed that she would come and get me at 1 o'clock. She was here at like 12:58. Who's texting me? I just texted Alex and told him that I was going to start vlogging. Oh, he has texted me. He's waiting on his Thai food, and then he'll be home. When he gets home, I'll go inside and say hi to him really quick. So he's getting Thai food on his way home. I'm going to text him back. He's getting Thai food on his way home. He asked me if I wanted any. The place that he got it from is called Thai and Go. I've never heard of it before. He was like, I'm going to pick up some Thai food for dinner after I leave here. Do you want anything? I was like, no, he's getting Thai food tomorrow night. So I thought that he and his friends were like, have this like date night, but apparently they're going over to his girlfriend's house. It's 3 of them. They get together like once a month and they're ordering Thai food. My husband loves Thai food. He could eat it like every single night. Years ago, it was pizza. Like he could eat pizza every single night. Now it's Thai food. He loves Thai food. Okay, let's do a little time and temperature check. So it is currently 4:50 p.m. I'm kind of interested to see what the temperature is, if it's in the 30s or not. The temperature is, do you hear my stomach growling? I must be hungry. Oh, it's colder than I thought it was. It is 22 degrees outside, and cold temperatures will result in the risk of frozen pipes tonight. I can hear Laura next door. Take steps to protect pipes from freezing. By the way, can I just tell you, I love that you guys were you were like, oh my God, Laura really can sing. She really can sing. She's a great singer. And you guys were like giving requests for Laura to sing and stuff like that. I'll have to put together a little, we'll give her a little time to put together a little concert and stuff like that. Anyway, covering up my feet, because now my feet are getting a little cold. I probably can't make it out here the whole time without boots on. But anyway, Alex will probably be home in the next half hour. When he comes home, Are you whistling out there? Hey, can you sing something for us? I don't know if she can hear me or what's going on. Hello? Oh, she's coming over here through the snow. Are you coming? What are you doing? You're coming through the snow.
Yeah. I've got to play with the dogs anyways in the snow.
Everybody oh, look at you with your Doc Martin boots on.
I love them.
Everybody loved your singing yesterday.
Yay.
Do you have a song you want to sing for us today?
Nope. That was a lot. That was scary.
Why was it scary? So I met the neighbor wife. Have you met him yet?
No.
You haven't met either one of them? I thought you met him.
No.
So I met her today, finally. Guess what she's most excited about?
The pool?
The pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a pool
Okay.
person. They're really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good.
Where are you going?
I've been staying at my parents since the storm.
Yeah, I know. You told me that.
Yeah. So I'm going back over there. I'm going to make tonight my last night. But
Oh, I thought you were home last night. You said.
I went back. It's just,
You're having fun over there. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm going to go play with the dogs.
I was talking in one of my other videos today about how we attempted to read
Yeah.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
Let's just do it this summer.
The same book?
You didn't read it, did you?
I made it like, I don't know how far I am in it.
Okay.
You didn't even
We'll
make it through
try
the first
something else
chapter.
now. I read a chapter or two.
Now, you're reading a romance right now, you said, or something? She reads science fiction a lot. Who's your favorite, the guy that I've said?
Pierce Brown.
Pierce Brown, yeah.
Red Rising.
Red Rising.
Everybody should read it. Everybody in the world.
Okay, but you're reading something different.
Yeah, I met a girl at Euchre and we started talking about books and
Indiana, it's always a story.
yeah.
I met this girl at Euchre, and we went to Denny's.
I made a lot of friends through Euchre. It's been great. But she lent me her book, and I don't really know the whole basis of it. I know it's smutty, and
Well, you wouldn't read the other book because you didn't like it because it was smutty. What's the
well,
book?
she it's a girl, and I think she is I want to say a serial killer, but she kills bad men.
Oh, you were telling me about
kills
this.
men that are really
Do you know what the
bad.
title of it is?
No. I took the dust jacket off because I was like, girl, I'm going to ruin this, and I gave it back to her. So I haven't seen it on there.
What does that say on there? That's cute.
Comfort.
That's cute. You always look so cute.
You're blind.
No.
You're so-
So you don't want to? You want to hear what that people recommended for you to sing?
Yeah.
Do you want to come over here and say hi real quick?
Yeah.
To the camera.
Hello.
That's gonna be my thumbnail. Okay. No, like people for real did. They loved your singer.
I always have a hard time picking what songs.
Well,
to
you
sing.
sing it all the time. I can hear you. over
I
there.
know, but I'm singing like nonsense.
You just sing like
gibberish.
I love Laura. Laura is so pretty.
No. I should. That'd probably be
Okay.
good for me.
Let's see what people said about Laura singing.
Is this is on YouTube, right?
Good stuff, Laura. We love it. Yes. Oh my God, I love Laura so much. I feel like we'd be friends. LOL. Also. Okay, and then because I called it singing with my neighbors. Your neighbor can sing. Oh, Laura has such a beautiful voice. Truly gifted. Laura has a beautiful. Look at this, everybody. They love you. Laura has a beautiful voice. That's from Stacy. Say hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Damn, Laura's voice is amazing. That's from Maria. Say hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Deb
Maria.
said, you go, Laura. Say hi, Laura. Deb.
Deb. That's my mom's name.
Ash said, oh my God, get it, Laura, get it. Somebody on here put a recommendation. Hold on.
Okay.
Laura sings so beautiful.
I normally like to sing like jazzy stuff.
Say Sherry said, Laura sounds amazing.
I always like to sing Amy Winehouse, but I never really sound that great. doing
Okay,
it.
Lisa, she won my good Judies on with all my good Judies. But Laura, she's wearing a lot of Doc Martens right now. Or Lisa, she's wearing a lot of Doc Martens right now. She wants you to sing When I Go Down to the River and Pray. Do you know that?
I don't know that one.
Okay. Well, you better
I'll have to
learn
look it
it.
up.
Okay. We're gonna put together. We'll do a pool concert. Oh my God. Do you know? Remember how they used to have the pool concert?
Yeah.
So they would get a pool truck.
All I can do is sing.
You can't say the names right now. But our neighbor that lived next door, she was. What was her title?
Oh
She was
yeah,
a recreation-
social something.
social chair.
Yeah.
So so she would arrange these concerts.
You got Doc Martens. Wow, what would be in our concert? Me singing and then you playing the triangle?
I can play. I have a tambourine inside.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What could we sing though? We could just have everybody bring chairs and we could do a sing along. Well, she did the water aerobics too, so the water aerobics is over. We gotta be the social
Oh,
chair.
that's right.
Should
My
we
mom
just-
was telling you that I should run that class.
You should run that class. Your mom should run it. She goes to water
Yeah,
aerobics.
she should run it.
Yeah.
She's always at the gym.
When I would go with Laura and her mom to the pool at night this summer, they tread water for seriously for like an hour.
An
and a half.
hour, yeah. She's pretty impressive.
I had fun with you and your mom this summer. So we got. What is she? Do it again. Do it. Welcome to our neighborhood.
I was doing that for my
So I was.
my friend's kid, and she was eating it up.
So she was asking me. She was like, "Now, how long have you lived here?" And I was like, 18 years.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, my mom passed away, and then we moved in here after that." And she's like, "Now, has everybody lived here that long?" And I was telling her about. Well, can't say names. Pool crew lady number 1 and her husband.
Nice.
because he's a golfer too. So,
Oh.
and I said, well, they're pool people. We're all pool people. And I said, now she's lived in here for a long time. I said, but her grandma lived in here for 40 years.
Yeah.
She said, I heard about her. She goes, Marlene. I go,
Wow, that's awesome. Good. Her legend carries on. Her legend.
you'll like
lingers.
them. They're really, really nice.
Okay, good.
Do you see it's kind of snowing today?
Yeah. What the heck? What
We
the
need
heck?
more snow.
Yeah.
Shake that butt, girl. Shake that butt.
I would rather have
Oh,
nothing.
hey, I got a question for you.
Okay.
And please don't, you can't, you know you can never say names,
Yes,
Wilson,
I
right?
know.
You're the only name I ever say in the neighborhood. Because you've been in videos of mine.
Yeah.
But anyway, the guy that does the walkways, how early do you put in your, I feel like I need to text him and be like, can you get me on the list?
I don't put in that early.
You don't?
No.
Do you think we need
I mean,
to?
he
He did such a great
had to
job
wait
last
maybe
year.
like 2 weeks or something, but that's even feels like a long time.
I feel like
he
I'm gonna
likes me, so.
She's always looking for a romantic partner. I'm gonna do me a show and I'm gonna call it
Laura's Lovers.
Laura's Lovers, yes. It's me, and you'll just read,
And then people set me up with
smut
somebody.
and things like that. I have got to show you that this is why our neighborhood is so fun. Look, because she comes over here and she hangs out with me and
It's because I'm all excited. I'm gonna go play with the dogs.
have
Trying
fun.
to get warmed up. Bye. Nice to see
Are you gonna come back tomorrow? Are you gonna be back tomorrow? I thought you were
Yeah.
unpacking your car and everything last night.
Yeah, I went back over there.
Last night?
Yeah.
We're both only children. Can you?
Lonely.
Lonely.
Bye.
Are you watching any good shows?
No.
Did you come up? Oh my.
Keeping up with Peacock.
Okay, I have to tell you something. Do you remember the day you texted me and you said, did you knock on my front door?
Yeah.
I was making a video and I knocked on the wall. Like in the video, I was like, hello, is it? But I wasn't to you. But then you texted me and people in my video were like, is this Alex? That's not him, is it?
No.
There's like 4 Jeeps in the neighborhood now. It confuses me.
I know.
They were like, people in the comment section were like, you knocked on the wall. That's probably what she heard.
Oh, that's.
But your door's over there and the bedroom's up there.
But
Have you been walking over here? I've been wondering who's...
The sound is really weird in here. So when I'm in the basement doing laundry, like in the very far corner room, I can hear you talking out here clearer than I can hear it like through the kitchen.
Well, that's weird that like out here I can hear you.
I know.
Because I can't ever
It
hear
must be
you.
like through the vents.
In the living room, I
Yeah.
never hear you unless you're on the patio. Ever.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know physics.
Every once in a while, like if I'm sitting there like reading late at night, if I'm sitting out there, if you have the door cracked outside the back patio, like in the summer, I can hear, all of a sudden I'll be like, I kind of like it. It reminds me of Rear Window, and I'll be like, all of a sudden I'll hear like, la 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 la. Stop! Stop! Well, no, because they moved. They moved the dog, next door
that's
neighbor.
right. Oh. Yeah,
But they're thinking about maybe getting a little dog. So
You? Oh,
them. No, we got little dogs. Have you been walking back and forth? Because I've been seeing footprints in there.
No. I saw some footprints in my yard that were kind of weird.
Do you know what freaked me out? I was going to tell a story on here, actually. On my patio. Do you go out on your patio?
No.
No, it's
Not
snow
like-
covered.
Yeah.
I was looking out there last night, and like an animal must have dropped from like the roof. Because there's footprints, but they go from like the landing to the other landing. It's like...
Yeah. It's kind of fun to see that stuff.
Yeah.
There's some weird animal footprints in my parents' backyard.
Are you picking up my dead plants over there?
I'm just helping you. He loves me.
He loves me not. Oh no, we've played that game in the pool with you. Laura and her lovers. That's a conversation topic many days. Laura and her many lovers.
It's been a slow trickle as of late.
Well, we got to get into shape for the summer, and you never did give an update on the date out of town. Do you want to give the update? It didn't go well. We'll just say that.
Oh my god, yeah. I would talk about it sometime.
But he's kind of a famous person. We can't really...
We can't, yeah. I won't say that.
He is kind of a famous... Not like... He's not like... Well, he's not on like... What's a famous person that you would want to date?
What is a famous person?
Like, who's a famous person, like, celebrity crush that you would date? Be careful.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Okay, he's not like famous like Jason Momoa.
No.
He's famous like who's somebody.
He's famous like, when celebrities when they come to your town and they perform like at a small venue.
He's a
And then
comedian.
they move up to the slightly bigger one.
He's a
That's where
comedian.
at.
he's
at the slightly
he's a
bigger
comedian.
one.
Does stand up.
Yeah. All right, I have to go.
No.
I know. It's been
She's stuck in the snow.
I miss you.
I miss you.
I'll hopefully see you soon. I'll be back.
Don't fall.
tomorrow.
Don't fall. Bye. Tell your mom and dad I said hi. Isn't our neighborhood so much fun? Anyway, I miss that from the summer. So quiet out here now. Okay, so no, true story though. This is what happened last night. Like, this is where I felt like I was really like an old person. So, okay, like, when, like, Walter starts getting really tired, like, now it's getting kind of earlier. It's like, it used to be, well, I stay up so damn late. I stayed up till like, well, I got in bed and I read last night. By the way, if I didn't say this yesterday, which I think I did, Beyond the Shadows, which is by Veronica Mixon, okay? It's my cozy mystery book that I picked for the Cozy Mystery Book Club, so it's all listed on my BookTube channel. I am loving this series so much. Like, I am so into it. Last night I read a lot. Like, Alex was watching Interview with the Vampire, and then that went, he finished season 1, and then that went into, I need my other hat. My ears are starting to get cold. And then that went, oh, you know what? I got my new gloves. I should put my new gloves on. These are the new gloves that people told me to order, so we'll see how warm they are. They're not a whole lot warmer than the other ones. I almost bought these ones at Costco today. I thought, because people keep on telling me, they only had 2 different kinds, and they were like work gloves. Yeah, I mean, these are okay. They're not like super warm. How do they work on the phone? Because it's supposed to be like the touch thing with the phone. Oh, I can use the phone with it. Yeah, I can open the phone and stuff with it. I mean, I couldn't text, but I can like see what's on the phone. No, it's like a mess of trouble. Okay. He said he's on his way home. He'll be home about 5:15. Okay. Can I heart it? I can't text, but can I heart it? Oh, I can. Okay. No, it didn't even do that. Oh, well. He'll get the idea. These are okay. I mean, wait. Nikki just texted me. What she just texted me? She's texting me about the engagement ring killer. She's catching up. Maya gets her finger cut off and mugged in an alley after she walks in on Dean fucking his secretary at the engagement party, and all Dean is worried about is how he can be engaged to someone without a finger. LMFAO, she said. I know, I gotta call her about it. I can't be texting about it. Definitely not with these gloves on. Anyway, these gloves are okay. I just don't think there's really, to be honest with you, a really good walking glove that is that warm unless they're fleece. I don't know. I'm like, the fleece keeps me so warm. So maybe I gotta, I will say these are nice. The texture of them is really nice. But anyway, look at my coffee mug I made. So I'm real into the Shetland. Do you want to know what I'm playing inside for the dogs right now? I'm playing Outlander Shetland Scottish music. It's like 3 hours of like Scottish music because I'm so into Shetland. I only have 2 episodes left. Well, I have half of episode 4, 21 minutes of episode 4, and then episode 5, and then the final episode 6 comes out tomorrow. Tosh, that's the girl's name. I couldn't remember when I was doing my drama video earlier. It's Ruth Calder and Tosh. Tosh has been around since season 1. I love that show so much. So anyway, late last night, Walter, like, what he does is, like, Otis will just sleep next to me for the whole night. Walter gets down, and then I can't tell if he has to go potty or not. Oh, okay, so we're learning. They both learned to sit. I'm very proud of them. I don't think Boo and Tucker ever knew how to sit, like, on command. Maybe, but anyway, Walter and Otis, they're not even 9 months old yet. They've already learned to sit. Walter shakes real good. Now I'm teaching Walter high fives, okay? And Otis can sit, but he kind of does that a little bit. But then if I say shake, he goes like with his paw. He doesn't really know how to shake yet, but he knows to do something with his paw. He's watched Walter. They're like fast trick learners. Anyway, so we've been practicing that. That's school today. But anyway, so Walter last night kept on like jumping down like I can't believe my feet are not frozen. But this blanket, I have to tell you, this blanket is probably one, I think I showed it in my Best Buys of 2025. I think this blanket was one of the best buys I've ever made in my life. Oh, anyway, because of Shetland, I'm trying to use different coffee cups and stuff, so I use this coffee cup. I got this at the Sullivan's nursery. I love it, but these ceramic mugs, I know people are like, you need a coffee warmer. No, I'm not wasting my time on that. Oh, there's Pool Crew Lady Husband number 1 getting the mail. He's too far away. He's walking inside. He got no coat on or anything out in this cold. Anyway, so, Okay, Shetland, all the people in Shetland have like these homes, they look real small and stuff, but they like the views are gorgeous, okay? Like over the coast or these like, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And they all have like mugs and stuff like that. And they're all real artsy. It's like beautiful artwork in their house and stuff like that. It's just real cool. I almost dropped my Somebody almost fell asleep when I was, and they just woke up. Anyway, so Walter will just sit in the chair next to me and Otis, and he'll just stare out the window. Like, just stares out the window. And he just kind of cocks his head like he sees something. So then he got me staring out the window last night. Anyway, so he jumps down. I take him outside. They do their business. I bring him back inside. Otis wants to come right back up. Walter walks around for a little bit. Then I bring him back up. Then 5 minutes later, he jumps down. That's how I know that he's ready to go to, like, his house. But he won't go to his house by himself. He doesn't want to go down there unless Otis is down there. So I took them out of their house. That was at about 5 o'clock, I think. I stayed up for about another half an hour, and then I went up to bed. And I was watching Shetland. I started a new episode. That's when I went upstairs to bed, and I have 21 minutes left. But, like, all the lights are off and everything like that. With the snow outside, with no lights on in the back, like, the whole backyard is lit up. Like, even when it's, like, the other night, it was a full moon. Oh, my neighbor's outside. I was walking the dogs. And they came outside. They said, everybody's telling us to see the moon. It's called a snow moon or a winter moon or something. It was gorgeous. That's when I love that. That in my neighborhood, the neighbors come out to see a snow moon or whatever it was. So anyway, the backyard is like, with no lights on inside the house, is like lit up. Not even with the floodlights on, okay? Because it's a snow, like, you know, with the light, the moon and stuff like that, it's like lit up. So when I got everything done, I put my iPad up, like on the, you know, like I put it up where the sink, the bar sink in the living room is where I keep my iPad. And it's on this, like, I have it constantly plugged into this, what do you call it? Which is probably not good for it, but cord. What's it called? What are those cords? Why can't I think of anything today? Wiggle your toes, Peter. You know, a long cord. Why can't I remember what it's called? Anyway. It's so funny to see all the animals out here. What's that cord called? Somebody's outside. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Is this my husband? No, it's too fast. Because he'd be slowing down to get in the driveway. Anyway, so I don't know why, but like I stood at the back window. You know, we used to always have it covered by curtains, but now it's just open. And so I stood at the back window and I was like looking at the snow on the patio, which is like covered up and stuff like that. And I looked out there and there was like this one little animal print. I don't know why I just got so fascinated with it. And then I was like looking at the woods. I stood there for like a good 5 minutes, just in total silence with the sound of the fan upstairs in the bedroom. And then I just like stood there and I just like watched. I was like, I was like trying to figure out, like, did the animal come from the roof? Like, it's like a big, like, animal print. It's not like a bird or something like that or a squirrel. Like, it's a big print. I was like, where did this animal come from? And is that what Walter must have seen or something? Like, it looked fresh. So anyway, I mean, they growl. They don't really bark. They still kind of haven't found their bark. Like, a little bit. But, like, if they both bark at the same, like, they kind of get each other going. But, like, one of them, they kind of just go, Arr. It's real cute. But anyway, I guess these are a little bit warmer than the other ones. I mean, my hands are still cold, but they're not as cold as, like, with the other ones on. I think Alex's are still the best. Maybe these are a little bit, well, they feel tighter on me. And these are actually the extra larges. So, I don't know. They're pretty good. They're not, I wouldn't say they're the best gloves that I got. I just want something where my hands are so warm. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think, like, wool, like, gloves and like fleece gloves are the absolute best. I'm gonna get online and buy some of those tonight, real cheap. I was today when I got back gonna do like a haul, but I really didn't buy that many new different things. I bought like 3 new different things at Trader Joe's. So I'm gonna show that tomorrow. I also have a PO unboxing to do because I got like 3 packages and I got some things that I ordered. I ordered some new travel fans. So, I just want to, like, start preparing. Did I tell you I got new luggage? I ordered new luggage, too. I got, like, this great deal. I got, like, a big bag, a carry-on, a weekender bag. It, like, had, like, 3 bags with it. It's really nice luggage. It's that brand, Nobl. I've looked at new luggage. Like, I wanted to get, like, higher-end luggage for, like, years. I wanted to get, like, that Away brand or whatever. But they're, like, a suitcase is, like, $1,200. It's not like I travel that much. If I traveled for work or something, like, you know, people travel every week maybe, but I'm like, But this is really nice, and what I got, the set, is $2,100, and for Valentine's Day, it was marked down to $699. And then I got 20% off because I had like a coupon, and then I got $100 off of that. So I ended up getting it for like, I thought I ended up getting it for like $5.99, but it was like $3.99. I got this whole set, which is basically what I bought my old set for. So my suitcase that I got from Amazon a couple years ago is like ripping apart, like in the inside. So I like needed a new, and my carry-on is like the zipper doesn't work, so I needed new suitcase. So I was like, I'm gonna splurge. I have the money. I'm gonna buy it while it's on sale. So I'm real excited about it. It's on its way right now. But anyway, I didn't really get a whole lot. I didn't really have a lot to do today. I just wanted to get out of the house. But anyway, so I stood at the window last night forever, just like looking out. I don't know. Last night was like such a calm night. Like I laid on the couch while Alex was watching shows, and I read. I started the Anne Frank's Diary of a Young Girl, which is the February book for the Band and Challenge Book Club. And then I still haven't finished Identical yet by Ellen Hopkins. I'm only like a third of the way through it. So when I get done with that, I'll do my review. I read that. I read probably about 50 pages. And then I read the Advent Calendar book for Valentine's Day, and I read the Engagement Party one in my Kindle while I was sipping a cup of coffee. And then I'm trying to slowly get through Secret Lies of Mormon Wives. So when I was eating, I was like watching that while Alex was watching Interview with the Vampire. Here it comes. The new season comes out in March, so I've got to finish Secret Lies of Mormon Wives before the next season comes out. I'm not like that. This season's not that great, honestly. Is this him? Or is this a different Jeep that I can't see? I know this is him. It's got to be him. He's waving at me. There go the dogs. The dogs are so excited to see their dad. So I did that, and then I took a nap last night, and I got up. I'm going to go inside and say hi to him really quick, and then you know what, I wonder if I should change the battery now. I'm going to go get my beanie hat, too. So I will be back in 2 and 2, because then he can eat and hang out with the dogs and stuff like that while I go and back out here and vlog. I think I'm actually going to change the battery now, and then get my other hat. These gloves are not bad, I will say. Like, the more I wear them, the warmer they get. So they retain heat inside, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to go inside, say hi to him real quick, and he's just going to want to relax and roll through TikTok anyway. So I'll come out here and finish my vlog. And, I also want to check my drama video and see where it's going, because I was uploading it while I came out here. So, who is that down there? Anyway, all right. So I will be back in, I cannot forget. Oh, you know what? I brought another battery with me. I have the other battery right here. Yeah, I'm going to go inside and change this battery and then get my hat and say hi to him and stuff like that. And I will be back out here just shortly. I want to finish the vlog before it starts getting dark, so I can't be too long. So I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. New hat. Who's this? It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Did you guys hear Lady Gaga's cover of that? Oh, love it so much. Well, you know she's one of my dear friends, Stephanie. So, of course, she called me up. She said, I think it's so funny that people actually thought that that was true when I did that on my video the other day. You know what? My phone is sitting out here. It's going to get so cold. I need to put it in my pocket. I went inside and Alex goes, are you done with your vlog already? I said, no, I have like a half an hour or so left to go. I said, I was going to let you eat, but I want to come and say hi. He looks so cute. He always kisses me goodbye when he leaves in the morning, but sometimes I don't remember what he has on. He's like, you don't remember this morning? I was like, no. He had on like this very Shetland. He had this like fisherman's like white sweater on with these like corduroy pants, this little flannel shirt. He looks so cute. Very, very handsome today. So he's eating his Thai food and hanging out with the dogs. And I'm sitting out here with you. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So yeah, so last night, I laid on the couch and I read. I was in bed last night. So after like I looked out the window for a good 5 minutes and just kind of like, at one point I was just kind of like, I had my hand on the window and I was kind of like, and then I went upstairs when I got into bed, and I was so cozy. And I read this chapter about these 3 friends that are in their 60s in Savannah, these 2 women and this guy that have been friends since like elementary school, trying to solve this mystery. And it was so strange. Tanya and I talked for a long time last night, and I just felt like when I was laying there in bed, it's interesting because like a lot of people, like as we get older, I feel like I've gone through this phase where it's kind of like, God, I'm getting so old or whatever. But I was thinking about like how much, this is not necessarily an age thing. Like you could be 20 and love this stuff, but just like the shows that I watch are all like British mystery shows. I drink coffee, like I get in bed and I read my cozy mystery. I'm basically like a 70-year-old woman. And, I really am. And it's like, but I was like in bed last night and I was so comfy and I was thinking about the mystery that I'm reading. Oh, by the way, I put on my boots too. I thought if you're going to put your hat on, you might as well put your boots on so you don't get sick. Anyway, I was laying in bed and I was like, getting old is really, isn't this blanket just so pretty? Can we just talk about this for a second? It looks like the ocean, doesn't it? But I was like, oh, is it going out of focus? Hold on a second. Oh, there it went back in focus. I was like, getting older is just, it really isn't that bad. It really isn't. I just, I think for me, and I talked about this not too long ago, and a couple of you guys said it really resonated with you. Like, my mom dying so young. And I know so many people that, it's interesting that my mom and I never talked about it because my grandma died when she was 67. My mom was like 36. I had friends of mine whose parents died. Like, my mom's dad died when he was 39, Like, I have friends of mine whose parents died, like, when they were in high school and stuff. Like, 64 is young, but it's not like I didn't have part of my adult life with my mom, because I did. I don't know if, like, her passing away, the year, like, I resigned from my position and, like, my life completely changed and I got out of a long-term relationship. I don't know if, like, that year was so pivotal to me. Like, I made so many changes that year. And in all honesty, like, a lot of it had to do with my mom. Well, like, my ex and I broke up and I resigned from my position before my mom passed away or even got sick. But then after my mom passed away, I really started thinking a lot about, like, well, that was when I was going to move to Denver. And I was really thinking a lot about moving to Denver. I don't know, there just would... When my mom passed away, I think, like, sometimes when we talk about, like, midlife crises and stuff like that, I think midlife crises are like a yearning for that freedom that we had in our youth. I don't think I went through a midlife crisis, but I definitely think that I didn't feel... Oh, look at that bird up there. Oh, there's 2 birds up there. I didn't feel tied down in any kind of way, like, at all. Like, to Indianapolis, to my mom, to a relationship, to a job. I didn't feel tied down in any way. Like, if I wanted to go travel, I just went and traveled. And there was, like, such a comfort in that I think at first was kind of scary to me. But then it wasn't like I was. Like, the only place I was really going was Denver and Las Vegas. It wasn't like I was going to Europe and backpacking or South America. It wasn't like I was doing these extravagant things, but I could if I wanted to. I could just take off if I wanted to. And I knew that. And there was a freedom that came with that. I don't know, for like the first time in my life, like I felt like I just didn't feel tied down, And it's interesting because I feel like that very much in my life right now. I feel like the same way. I don't feel... If Alex and I wanted to, like, go to San Diego and live there for 3 months and take the dogs with us, and we could do that. Like, I feel very much like that right now. Like, I don't feel tied down to anything. I feel like our options are kind of... We're not doing that. But, like, if we wanted... we talk about that stuff from time to time. We talk about getting, like, an Airbnb and going somewhere for, like, 2 months. Alex can work remotely. I definitely can. All I do is film videos, right? And so... But it's not even so much about doing it. And I realize what a privilege that is. I totally do, But I think it's not about even, like... If you, let's say, work 50, 60 hours a week and you work 2 jobs or whatever and you can't do that, it's not even about you can't because you have kids or a yard and a house to take care of. It's almost kind of like the freedom of allowing yourself to go to the thought that you can do that. Does that make sense? Like, and like, I talk a lot about, like, how old, like, the people are in the neighborhood, but one of the things that's, like I was saying to them today, because they said something about, like, yeah, they were asking about the neighborhood and stuff like that. And I was like, well, it's a lot of people that, like, they retire, and, I thought he was, like, exactly 10 years older than me, but he's a little bit older than that. Because he told me his birthday's next month. And so I said, it's a lot of people that, like, after they, like, retire, or, like, they, they move in here, or, like, to be closer to their kids or their grandkids, and then, which I already knew, they were moving here to be closer to their granddaughter. But I said, and then they kind of live here until, like, this is their final place or whatever. And she laughed, and she goes, well, that describes us. But, like, I kind of make jokes about it and stuff, but there's definitely a different mindset, I would say, from the a lot of people that live in here, like, move in here in their early 60s, like, they retire around 60, between 60 and 65. And there definitely is a different mindset between, like, 60 and 90. It's like the two women that I met at the pool that are friends, like, that I joke about, like, the chocolate beer. Like, that day that I was up there, like, she had bought, like, 10 different kinds of beer. They were all these different flavored beers. And then they were like, should we have another one? Yeah, sure. Like, let's go back and have pizzas. Like, I don't know. There's just a freedom to it. Like, if you want to have a chocolate beer, have a chocolate beer. Like, I'm 70. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, it's not, when I talk about, like, people getting real upset about the HOA stuff, it's literally, like, 10 people in a neighborhood of, like, 80. You know what I mean? The majority of the people in here are, like, they travel a lot, they love life, they'll say, like, at the pool, they'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I made it to this, and they look fantastic, and they tell stories. I don't know, there's, like, a freedom that comes with being that age, and they just, like, love to laugh and joke, and they're trading books with each other, and they have a lot of fun, they really do, and I don't know, I was laying in bed last night, and I feel like at 53, like, often, when I look on YouTube, like, I especially think, having started, like, in the drama commentary space, like, the majority of the people that are my colleagues, so to speak, or were back in the day in the drama commentary space, aren't just 10 years younger than me. They're, like, 15, 20 years younger than me, And so, I don't know, like, I just never really felt like I fit. And I always, like, that's where the old man of YouTube joke came around, because people would age me up and be like, oh, he's the old man of YouTube. But I definitely felt that way. I mean, there's people on YouTube that are close to my age, that, like, Jason Nash, he's, like, a year younger than me, or something. I mean, I think we're, like, the same age. No, I think he's, like, a year or two younger than me. But Jason Nash, there's a lot of people that are, like, older, that are on YouTube, and but not tons. I mean, like, I think the influencer space, like, whether you're on TikTok or whatever, I think that word's phony, but anyway, it's definitely, like, a younger space. And so I've always felt older doing this, but not on YouTube, like, in this neighborhood, in my friend group, things like that. No, like, I'm kind of usually the youngest one. And so, it's interesting that, like, last night I was laying in bed and I was like, I have such a fantastic life. Like, I kind of have, I make videos and whatever, but it feels rather, it's not like I'm getting up, like my husband, and going to work for 10 hours a day. Like, let's just be for real. Like, it's a blessed life. He loves that. Like, when I talk about, like, you should just, like, work remotely constantly from home, he's like, I couldn't do it. I want to go in somewhere. Like, he loves going into work. Like, he's like, he couldn't do it. But we have talked about, like, going somewhere for, like, a month or two. Because he's like, well, when would you want to do it? And I said, tomorrow, let's go. Let's let up the dogs. And I'm ready. And, like, we can do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? It makes no difference where I am to film a video. And having a condo is nice, too. Because we can just lock the doors and the HOA takes care of the yard and everything else. Like, we don't have to worry about it, as long as the utility bills are paid. So he could do something like that, but, like, be here every day? No. He'll say to me, I don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know how you're here all day long. Like, sometimes I think I don't know how I am either, but yes, I totally understand, like, I get that it's such a privilege, right? But I'm laying in bed last night and I'm thinking, you basically live this, like, elderly life at 53 years old, and isn't it great? Like, it really is. Like, yeah, my vlogs must be so boring because I'm like, here's what I'm doing tonight, and it's literally the same thing I do every night. Watch TV shows, read books, take a walk, like, take a nap, like, hang out with Alex. It's like, I don't really know what it is that people enjoy about this, but I appreciate it. I really do, but, like, I don't know, like, Nikki said something to me about my vlog. She was like, I think she found my vlog during the lockdown. We've talked about that. And she said, the thing about your vlog is it's like you're just sitting there listening to a friend talk. She's like, you're not trying to sell us anything. She's like, you're not trying to impress us about anything. She's like, it's literally just like, she's like, when YouTube and TikTok and everything is, because she watches a lot of TikTok and stuff. She's like, it's constantly filled with, you should buy this, you should do that, you should this. And she's like, and then here you are just sitting on your front porch talking about TV shows, which we all relate to, or books, which some of us read, or just life stuff. She goes, it's just refreshing. And I don't know, maybe that is what it is. I love that so many of you just put me on in the background while you fall asleep, or while you're like doing dishes or making dinner. Like, okay, I have a lot of comfort shows. Like, I tease Mel about this a lot. Mel watches the same shows over and over again. I always tease her. I'm always like, girl, there's other shows. She's like, I know, but they're comfort shows. But her comfort shows are like Dexter. I love that though. But anyway, like I have a lot of comfort shows that I watch too, and like that I'll go back and watch an episode or two of or whatever. Love Boat, strangely enough. I love that I'm kind of like, to some people out there, their comfort show. Like, that you just put me on in the background. It doesn't really matter what I'm talking about. I don't know. And I think also because, like, for so long, I don't, like, every once in a while when I talk about my voice on here, I bring it up, but I don't ever really think about it in comparison to how much I thought about it in my past, in my youth. I was made fun of all the time for my voice, like constantly. And the fact that I almost never think about it anymore, that people are like, your voice is soothing, or I like your voice, like, it's so strange to me. Like, YouTube has completely allowed me, like, my voice was really one of the things I was really worried about starting YouTube. I was like, people aren't going to like me, my voice is different than everybody else's, they're going to make fun of me for sounding effeminate, and blah, 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 and talking like a valley girl. Like, I was like, and I got some of that at first, But I don't know, like, YouTube's really helped me kind of just, like, step into that, but last night I was laying in bed, and so I cleaned out this, I usually get out of bed, and I put the Kindle next to my fan. But I cleared out, like, where I keep my glasses and stuff and my rings. I have this little area, like this box thing, where you can keep different stuff next to on your nightstand. I cleaned out this one thing, so now the Kindle sits in there, so I leave it up there every night. I love it. I don't know why that little thing makes me so happy that I cleaned out this one area. Now that's my Kindle area. I even showed Alex it last night. I was telling him about all my books that I'm reading on my Kindle. Anyway, but I was laying there in bed, and I put it, like, I finished, so this is what I do, like, I finish reading the book, and then I close it, and then I just lay there for a second, and then I put it over there, and I think about it. And so I was thinking about this book about Savannah and stuff, and a lot of you guys told me about Savannah. Thank you, I appreciate that. The city, Savannah. But I was laying there in bed thinking about it, and I was like, how wonderful it is to live basically this, like, semi-retired, relaxed life of just, I get to film videos every day and hang out with my dogs, go to Cousin Funday with my cousin Caroline, take walks, hang out with Alex and watch movies and TV shows, take a nap. I mean, it's really kind of like a semi-retired life. It really is. That a lot of my neighbors waited till 70, 75 to have, and I'm 53. And I think part of it is that because of doing online, like, I always feel a lot older than everybody else, but the realization is a lot of people wait their entire life to have what I have now until they're like 65 or 70, and I have it now. And I need to stop focusing so much on, this is really this thing that I came to last night. It's like, for a long time, like with my mom, I'd be like, oh, if I only live to be 64, 44. I can remember being in the pool and thinking I only have 20 summers left. That was the thing I was going to say 20 minutes ago when I said a lot of people resonated with that. And I think about that turning 54 this summer. I'm like, that was 10 years ago. I've got 10 summers left if I live to be 64, if I live to be the age that my mom was when she passed. And I said something to, like, that Caroline the other day, and she was like, but we never know. Like, we could be gone tomorrow, right? Like, I've lived through that experience. So it's very clear to me. So I don't know that I want to constantly be doing that. I think I'd rather, and this is why I try to live in today, is I'd rather just be like, and this is why I do every day, like in my prayers, say, like, thank you for another day alive, and thank you for my family and my friends being safe and healthy, and for YouTube and for you guys. You literally, that's in my prayers every night. Because I do have such a blessed life. I'd rather get that. I feel like 53 is young. Like, I really do. Like, I think about my dad. it's interesting, like, how I compare myself to other people's lives. Like, it's like my dad, my mom. Well, I was thinking about this the other night, too. Like, my mom got sober at 51. At 53, my mom was having a lot of fun. Like, she really was. She was 2 years sober. You know, I mean, she was walking every day like I'm walking now, and she was at the pool every day in the summer. She was reading. I mean, my mom was having the time of her life sober at 53, 54 years old. I can remember my dad turning 55 because I've talked about this on here before, double nickels. And they put all these pink flamingos in his yard. I think it was like the nurses at the hospital or something. I can't remember who, my stepmom or somebody. I don't think it was my stepmom, but anyway. And I can remember going over there that day and my dad being like, yeah, double nickels. And then they were going on a trip somewhere. I mean, my dad was traveling all over the world until he was 65, 70. You know what I mean? And like, all over the world. And, I don't know. I just like, I don't want to look at my life through the eyes of, I don't have much time left versus I have a really great life living it today. And I think that's very much a glass is half empty kind of attitude of looking like, and I have done that my whole life, is look at the glass is half empty. You know, it's interesting when you think about your life and your perspective and how my life has been molded and changed. And, you know, I don't know, it's like being gay and then being bullied for something I didn't even understand myself. Coming from an alcoholic home, you know, having stuff happen when I was a kid, becoming an alcoholic addict myself, like all of those things are like these traumatic events. And it's like we look through the world that way. And to be honest with you, some of it I'm grateful for today because I wouldn't be who I was without it, you know? That's where a lot of people say they're a grateful recovering alcoholic and addict. Like, I do get that today, right? Like, but when I look back at some of the things, and maybe those are part of my addiction things too, but when I look back at like things that have really affected my life, I think looking at the world, it is like snowing so lightly right now. It's so pretty. It's like literally just like a snowflake there, here and there. I'm like, is it coming off the trees? But there's no snow in the trees. I think like so much of my earlier part of my life, I was very cynical and pessimistic and focused on the negative. And I really missed out a lot, you know? I think, like, sometimes when people go to my drama channel, they think, like, they don't understand that it's kind of like entertainment. Like, it's not, like, yeah, those are my real opinions about things, but I don't live in that 24 hours a day, you know? Like, I'm very much full of gratitude today in my life and feel very blessed for my life. But for much of my life, I was very cynical. And I think it all comes from this kind of point of view, and I don't really know where it comes from. Like, my mom was that way. My dad's definitely not somebody that sees the glass as half empty. My dad's definitely somebody that was like, you have a blessed life, you know, like, if I would complain, like, get over it, stop complaining. My dad's always been that person. Alex is very much that person, too. Never complains. I mean, never complains about it. His mom never complains about anything. My mom really didn't either, so I don't really know where that comes from, but seeing the glass as half empty instead of half full, I feel like maybe my mom did see things that way. Not necessarily half empty, but like, I mean, if I got it from anybody, I had to have gotten it from her, because my dad's definitely not that way, but like, confused about things. Like, my mom would never say things like she got an unfair shake in life and stuff like that. Like, she didn't believe that. Like, she believed, like, you deal with the cards you're dealt with, you know, like, okay. I think that's part of why, like, it would be interesting to me to talk to my mom about, like, being in foster care, or, like, knowing her mom went to prison. Like, we never had those conversations because I wasn't aware of that stuff. I mean, my mom would say she was fostered out to family, but that was her way. My stomach is so grumbling. I don't even, like, I must be hungry, but I don't even feel that hungry. Grumbling? What's the word I'm looking for? Gurgling? You know, I feel a little, like, cheated out of not having some of those conversations with my mom, because my mom was somebody that was very like deeply intellectual about those kinds of things, like talking about life experience. I would have liked to have talked to my mom about like what was it like to have had a mom in prison, or what was it like to be in foster care systems that you were afraid of. You know, this season of Shetland that I'm watching right now has a lot to do with like two sisters that are split up. One goes to a home that adopts her, and the other one is in one home after another, horrible foster care. I mean, I think my mom and my aunt were so embarrassed to talk about it. I remember saying it to my aunt. My aunt goes, we were not fostered out, we were in foster care. Like, my mom for years said fostered out, like to family members. I don't know that my mom remembered it accurately or what, because there were times that they would go live with family members. By the way, a couple people asked yesterday what would be my real last name. I don't know why it even matters that I keep it a secret, because it's not like there's any family history tied to it or anything like that. Like, I don't know why I'm like, ooh, this big secret or whatever. My last name would be Wheeler. I don't know why. It's like, there's no attachment to that name anywhere, like no certificates or anything like that. But my name would be Peter Wheeler. Isn't that interesting, though? So yeah, so my grandfather's name his last name was originally Wheeler, and then they threw him out of the second story of his, this is where I do, like, my dad's private, he doesn't want to, if I ask him those stories, this is what my dad would say, he'd be like, why does anybody care about that? Like, that's what he would say if I ask him on video, he'd just laugh. My aunts, oh my god, you know what I should do? So my cousin is always wanting, like, we keep on planning this trip to go to Fort Wayne we're gonna have to do this summer. My Aunt Janny would love to be in a video. Oh my god, she would tell you guys stories about me as a kid, and like making the newspaper wedding dress. Oh, she would love to do that. And my dad's other sister, well, she travels a lot in the summer, but they're in their 90s when they travel. I know, I love that. Well, she has kids all over the country, so she's got like 5 kids, and they live all over the country. But they could tell you guys all kinds of stories about like when my dad was younger and stuff like that. So my dad was the youngest, and like they would want to do like practice perms and stuff like that. So they would make my dad, like when he was like 6, grow his hair out long in the summer so they could do a perm on him and stuff like that. They have all these really funny stories. I thought I got the mail already today. Literally every day it's been a different mail person. He didn't look over here at all. Anyway, but they have all these funny stories about like, oh my god, it'd be so funny because like when they get together, like when I was growing up, they would have like, it wasn't really family reunions, it was just my dad and his siblings getting together with my grandma. They would tell all these stories. I loved them. I would just sit there on the carpet at my grandma's house and just like sit there and listen to, I love old-timey stories like that. So I would just listen to all these stories of my dad and stuff like that. But if I like told them these, like if I said, like my aunts are real into that stuff, okay? Like, have I ever told, I feel like I'm so old and all these people are dead now, why not tell these stories, you know? But I mean, it's like, if somebody wants to look it up, look it up. So my dad had this aunt named Blondina. I've lived for the fact that he had this aunt named Blondina, okay? There's like a whole, and she had a sister, and her sister had named like 4 names. My aunts would tell me these stories, and my dad would be like, why are you telling Peter these stories? He's gonna become fixated on this. And I would. What was her name? Christina Wilhelmina Sophia was her sister. I don't know how I just remembered that. I know people are like, he's totally making this up. Well, the last name is, I think it was Bade, B-A-D-E, which was like my grandma's like mom's maiden name. So it's Christina Wilhelmina? No, maybe. Christina Sophia. Was it Wilhelmina? I should text my dad. I'm going to text my dad right now. He will never text me back. How do I do this? I hate this new phone. The way they change. Okay, Dad. So. Dad. Do you remember? Blondina would have been his aunt. Blondina. He's gonna die when I ask him this. Blondina. It keeps on autocorrecting. And what did I say her name was? Sophia Wilhelmina. What did I say her name was? Sophia Wilhelmina Bade. Christina. And Christina Wilhelmina. He is going to die when I text him this. He's going to be like, why are you asking me this, Wilhelmina? Sophia Bade. LOL, I have to put on here. Okay. Let's see if he texts me back. I would call him, but I don't want to put him on the spot right like that. He thinks I'm such an idiot. But then he'll text me things and he'll be like on New Year's, he texts me every year for New Year's. Because I was always with my dad on New Year's because he was always on call. So we would on the movie channel, you could vote for movies and we would always vote for Arthur. And so he'll always text me on New Year's and he'll be like, are we going to vote for Arthur for my dad? Anyway. My dad's he's a storyteller too. My dad likes to go down memory lane a little bit. I hope he texts me back while I'm sitting here talking to you guys because this will be so funny if he texts me back. If not, I'm going to have to remember tomorrow. There's some whole story about how my grandma I don't know, something about, I think that Blondina might have been my grandma's stepmother or something. And there was something, I know people are out there, my haters are looking at Blondina Monn right now. Her last name was not Monn. I don't know what her last name was. That's my dad's last name. Which would have been Wheeler if his family hadn't burned in a fire. But anyway, my grandfather who died when I was 5 years old. Look at all that. My grandfather was on the front of True Detective magazine too. My aunt has the magazine because he solved this serial murder case where a wife killed her husband and all these people in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was the first serial murder. Isn't that so crazy? Because my grandpa was a homicide detective. Anyway, stories. I love stories so much. But there's some story about how Blondina was on the something happened, somebody died, and they went to go see, I think it was my grandma or something, went to go, her dad died or something, and she went to see, I don't know why this is funny to me, because my aunts would tell me the story, and they would just get laughing so hard. Oh, did he text me back? This is so funny that he texted me back. So my aunts would tell me the story, and they would be like, yeah, when we were kids, Mom took us down there, and Blondina was throwing apples or tomatoes or something at him or something like that. And he said, yes, she was George's second wife, I believe. He was my mom's dad. And they did the emoji with sunglasses. He said she was George somebody's, I can't read the last name, second wife, I believe. He was my mom's dad. So it would have been, Blondina would have been my grandma's stepmom. Isn't that so weird? I just realized that both, I'm going to say, I don't know how I remember that. I don't know. And I think Christina Wilhelmina Sophia Bade was her daughter. I don't know why I just remembered that. Anyway, both my grandmas had mean stepmothers. Isn't that crazy? Both my grandmas did. My mom's mom and my dad's mom both had mean stepmothers. Because my mom's mom, her stepmother cut up her dress. I've shared this before on here. But she cut up her dress when she... The camera stopped. I'm at the 30-minute mark. My grandma had a job. She was a bookkeeper. I guess that was before she was a criminal. Anyway, she paid for her own dress. My mom would talk about this all the time when I was growing up. She'd be like, oh, grandma had a really sad life. And I'd be like... Her mom died when she was really young, and then she had to take care of my aunt. So my grandma had 2 sisters and a brother. And her brother ended up living on a farm. That was who my mom would go stay with during the summers. Okay, I have these letters between my mom and that aunt that are horrific. You know what's interesting? I don't know why, but that aunt and uncle, my mom's aunt and uncle, came to my high school graduation. I didn't even know them. I don't know why my mom had them there. It was the weirdest thing. But anyway, she had this real little party afterward. It just was bizarre. But anyway, she would go stay there in the summers when they were, not fostered out. She would say farmed out is what she would say to this, or fostered out to the farm. I don't know, but she would go live with them. My mom would always say, this was her uncle, that I can remember his name. Oh my God, to this day, she would say it all the time. She did not like this man. I don't know what that meant. I don't know. But she would say, very much like Mommy Dearest, he would force her to eat everything on her plate. My mom, her whole life, had weird stuff around, like, eating. Like for Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, she would never want to take too much food on her plate because she thought that, like, somebody would get mad at her if she didn't eat. Like, I'm talking about, like, when my mom was, like, in her 50s. Like, it was weird. And, like, horrific shit happened to my mom and my aunt when they were young. That's part of why I would like to know some of the history of it. But my mom would say, he would force me to sit there until I ate every vegetable on the plate. Like, literally. Like, it wasn't like liver, like, in Mommy Dearest, but he would force me to eat, like, every vegetable on the plate. And so my mom, and they were also real poor, so I think when they were younger, there wasn't, like, a lot of food and stuff like that, and he would say things to her like, you're lucky that we let you come here and stay. So those summers, my aunt would not go. My mom would go there alone. I don't know what happened, but a lot of traumatic shit happened at that farm with my mom. But anyway, my mom would say, I don't know, and that's just where, like, when my aunt didn't want to leave the room when my mom died, and she's like, no, I've got to protect her. She always had this feeling like she had to protect her. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff, but family history is interesting, isn't it? I mean, and then I think by the time that we get, what did he text me back? By the time that we get old enough to understand it or to ask the questions, it's like, too much time has gone by. You know what I mean? It's like the people aren't even here to ask the questions anymore. To be honest with you, I think, like, if my mom were here, like, first of all, I think, like my aunt, she would have been upset that my dad said something. My dad's like, why do you care? None of these people are alive anymore. Caroline's the same way. Caroline's like, because every once in a while when I share these stories, people on the vlog will be like, this happened a while ago, like years ago, when I first started talking about it. People be like, I don't think your mom would be very happy about you sharing that story. I said it to Caroline one day. She goes, who cares? She goes, everybody's dead. She goes, it's us. She goes, there are stories now. Everybody's dead. Share what you want to share. And she's right. Like, and I told my dad that. He's like, who gives a fuck what you talk about? He's like, nobody knows these people anyway. It's the truth, you know? And so, I don't know, but it's just kind of, like, sad to me that, like, I think eventually my mom would have sat down and told me everything. I think at first, well, first of all, my dad would never have told me had my mom not passed away. So I wouldn't have known anyway. And I do know that the reason why she and my aunt didn't want Caroline to know is because they didn't want us to think badly of our grandma. I don't know. They thought about, like, my mom and my aunt, well, definitely my aunt, thought a lot about things from, like, reputation point of view. My mom didn't really care so much about that, but my aunt really definitely did. And so, I don't know, but I just wish some of the stories were more, like, tied up. What's interesting is they would never talk about their mom being in prison, but they shared openly with everybody about being fostered out. Like, my mom talking about, like, being abused at this farm and stuff like that. She talks about that a lot. Like, when we were out to dinner with people that didn't even know us that well. Oh, God, he texted me back a long text. What is this? Something about I remember something. Here we're getting some history from my dad. He said, I remember her. She was a big woman, and they lived in a second-story apartment in downtown Fort Wayne. Mom took me there once as a ruse to taking me to the dentist. I can still remember walking up the stairs to the dentist thinking I was going to see Blondina. I don't think I cried when she died. He said croaked, not died. Blondina. Oh my God. Not that I have a family member named Blondina. Can we just talk about how hilarious that is for a second? I'll talk to my dad and be like, nobody online's going to believe me. He'd be like, why do you care? That's what my dad says. I'll be like, I'll share this story and nobody will believe me. They think I made it up. He'll go, why do you care? Why do you care if people don't believe you or not? It's the truth. I mean, if it's your truth, why do you care? It's so funny, like, that Caroline and, like, I don't think you really get it unless you live online and people constantly think you're lying about things that are absolutely 100% true in your life. It's like, his name's not really Peter. If I said it to my dad would be like, why do you give a fuck if somebody thinks that you're lying about that? He is texting me back. He must be in between the nightly news and Law and Order. Hold on a second. He said go to bed. With a LOL. You go to bed. I'm going to tell him. If I get my sarcasm from anybody, I get it from my dad. Anyway, but my mom and my aunt, like, we would be at, like, dinner with, like, family friends and stuff, and they would talk about it, and my mom would be like, well, that's why I, like, have weird, like, I don't, like, I always have to clean my plate. And Kathy, my Aunt Kathy would be like, yeah, because of our uncle, whatever, that would force her to eat. And my mom would say, and other things that made me afraid of everything in life. Like, she's afraid of, her fear of, like, animals and dogs, everything came from that farm. I don't know what happened on that farm because she would never really talk about it, except for my aunt, which apparently knew everything. But it's like they would never talk about my grandma being in prison. But to anybody, they would say, like, if my mom was out here and they said something about a farm, she'd be like, oh, yeah, I got sent to my aunt and uncle's farm every summer, and it was horrible. And she would tell you everything. Like, they beat her with a stick and all this kind of... No, true story, they did. Like, it was horrible. And I think worse things than that happened. But anyway, she would talk about... So I found these letters back and forth between my mom and my aunt when she was older, that she was asking my aunt about these secrets that I don't know, that my grandma had and stuff. Do you know the one thing I have not gone through in this house is the secretary desk in there? Which is the one place that my mom said that there are letters that would explain everything. I looked underneath it, because she said that they were taped in there somewhere. I looked underneath them. I looked through the secretary desk has all these different, like, it's like one of those desks that folds out, those, like, antique desks. The only place I haven't looked is in the drawers, because Alex and I have stuffed those drawers full of, like, all of our old stuff. But I think I put some of it on top of my mom. My mom's journals are in there, too. I need to get, where am I at on time on this thing? I need to go in there and I need to look. I need to go through every drawer and clean it out. If I found... Oh my God, I could have all the answers to the world. But some of those letters are in those drawers, because when I found them, I stuffed them in there to save. And that was like years ago that I stopped reading my mom's journals. It was just too much. A lot of my mom's journals are... How did the battery go to the halfway mark already? Oh, because I put it in at... Yeah, so it's like at 38 minutes now total. Like, anyway, this must not be the greatest battery. One of my friends said to me years ago, well, when my mom passed away, like, I found all these journals of my mom that she had kept since she was, like, 18, and she said something about, this is, like, the greatest thing that she could have ever left you, like, all of her thoughts. And I remember thinking, it's too much. Like, it is. Like, it's a lot. Like, my mom, like, one journal stops here, and then, like, 3 years later, like, it picks up again. But, like, the in-between is on, like, scraps of paper. It's craziness, like, to put together. And it's random thoughts. Like, some of it's a grocery list, and other things are, like a Christmas list. Other things will be, like, thank you notes that she needs to write. But then it'll also be, like, an encounter that she had with somebody at, like, a 12-step meeting, or, like, a fight that she had with my Aunt Kathy, and she, like, it's 4 pages of that. Other things are just, like, random thoughts that she had from something that happened 20 years before. It's the most bizarre thing, and honestly, like, some of it reminded me of, like, how my mom, growing up, and in her adult life, even sober, mental health-wise, was either really, really good, or not so much. And reading the journals, I think, to some degree, like, when I really got into them, made me realize my mom struggled a lot more than I ever even had any clue. And so there was just a point where I just was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Because I was trying to put them all together. Somebody said I should do a book out of it. I thought about doing that at one point, but they don't even make sense, some of them, you know? Like, it's not just they don't make sense from a scribble point of view. It's like, it'll say, like, January 6th, today, Kathy and I went to lunch, and then it'll be like a very normal journal entry, and then you turn the page, and it's like from the following December, and it's like Christmas list of who she's buying Christmas stuff for, and then it jumps to Easter, and it's like, Peter and I went to Easter service today at church and saw so-and-so and so-and-so, and then we went to Kathy's, and she had ham. Ham's my favorite. And then another journal has, like, the 6 months in between. Like, it's weird how it all goes. I don't know. But then I found letters and stuff that she had. These letters that she said she had between her and this guy friend of hers years ago ended up being the guy that she dated in Florida. I've told that story before in here. Anyway, the family secret stuff is so interesting to me. I feel like, knowing myself, I could become very, very consumed with it. And I got to be real careful of that. I don't want to become super consumed with all of that. You know what I mean? But it is interesting to me. I'd love to put it all... I don't know. That's going to be my next thing I'm going to do, is go through that secretary desk and clean that out. Because if I found things in there, like, and I could make any sense out of it, I would put it together, and Caroline and I would do a documentary. But I don't think there's enough over there to find that stuff out. But anyway. So last night, what did I watch? I read... What did I watch? Oh... Well, I kind of knew I wasn't going to do a TV video today. So last night when I was like going to bed, I made a list of all these videos, but I was like, if I get up tomorrow and Caroline are just hanging out, I'm just going to have a relaxing day. So I kind of decided that, and so I just did a drama video today. When I was with Caroline, I wasn't even sure I was going to do that. I thought I might just do a vlog. But I did like a 38-minute Tammy and Amy Slayton video today. I had a lot of fun doing that. So I did a drama video. I'm going to, tomorrow Alex has this dinner that he's going to with his friends. Is that tomorrow night? Or is that, he has the meeting tomorrow night? No, I think he has the date thing tomorrow night. What's in my phone calendar? But anyway, so he won't be home until later tomorrow night. So I can get up and I can film later. I can stay up late tonight. Friday morning, I have a dentist appointment to check on this loose tooth right here. I told you guys about that, right? That my periodontist sending me to my dentist because put it like a backing on his tooth or something. So I got to go to her on Friday morning for her to go see it. If I lose this tooth right here, they go, no, because we'll take it out and put a retainer in it the same day. I go, what? I go, is it really that loose? No, not at all, but we need your dentist to go check on it. And then after I check with her, I got to go see the endodontist for this thing over here that I was supposed to go to a year and a half ago when Boo Radley was sick, and I never did it because I was so stressed out with all that I kept on putting that appointment off, and the woman was like, fine, when everything takes care of itself. So I'm like, I'm not excited about that. But tomorrow night I can't stay up super late. So I got to be at the dentist early on Friday morning. But then I'll probably come home after that, and it's not going to be a painful appointment. She's just looking at the tooth. So I'll film videos after that on Friday, and probably Saturday too. Maybe Sunday, I don't know. I'm enjoying filming videos on the weekend. I mean, I like having some time off, but I like filming videos. So last night, what did I watch? I watched Shetland, but I watched something before Shetland. I talked to Tanya. I talked to Nikki last night late. I don't remember what I watched before Shetland. I watched an episode of Daryl Dixon, I think. So tonight, yeah, I'm going to walk. So all this is getting done rather early for me, though, isn't it? What time is it? Oh, it's 6 o'clock right now. And my videos are done for the day. And then I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go walk while this is uploading. And then have some dinner, hang out with Alex. We might watch a show or two tonight or a movie. And I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Have a little cozy night. This vlog, I didn't know what I was going to talk about in this vlog tonight. It kind of went all over the place, didn't it? You guys are probably like, Peter, I don't even know what you were talking about, Blondina and family stuff. I know it's crazy, but I should do a video next summer with my aunts, so that would be so fun. My cousin and I could go up to, because my one cousin lives down here, and she and I always talk about going up to see her mom, who's like my closest aunt that I was closest to on my dad's side. That's the farm that I would go to in the summers. And so, but this summer I should go up there and do a video with her, and she could tell all these stories about me as a kid, and she and my dad as a kid, and stuff like that. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I'd like to have like video of like going to see my old grandma's house and the farm. I'd like to have video of that, you know, for when I'm older, just to look back on. So, all right, well, I'm going to get off here now. That was all over the place. I don't even know if I talked about it. Well, Caroline and I, we did Cousin Fun Day today. We ran around and did errands. Went to the post office. We went to Costco. She has had to get chicken, grilled chicken for Mabel, the dog. And then I think that's all we got there. We walked around for a little bit. And then we went to Trader Joe's. What's he listening to? Somebody's shouting in there. Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday, and I hope you're staying warm and cozy. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and of course, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.